Have you ever been so sure that you're destined to be with somebody that you obsess over them every single day and you're infatuated by them and you want to be with them, you want to end up with them, and you think and plot about how you're gonna go to their coffee shop where they work at and confess your feelings because you still work a dead-end job at a park with your friend and you're like, damn, I need to muster up the courage to go and approach the woman. Then you finally start chopping it up and you build a friendship, and then eventually you say the magic words. Will you?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Meet Mordecai. Also meet Rigby and Margaret and CJ and Eileen. These are the core characters we're going to be focusing around in the video today. If you're not familiar with the show, regular show,
stop it. Get some help.
Then here's a quick synopsis, however the hell you say it. Our two protagonists are Mordecai and Rigby, and these two are allergic, and yes, I mean that seriously, allergic to working. They literally take an opportunity to just slack off and piss off their boss, who's pretty chill in all honesty, which is Benson. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to be focusing on their relationship with the other two, not main characters, but co-stars, who are Margaret and Eileen. These two work at a coffee shop, and they are essentially Mordecai and Rigby's early love interest, and we'll see whether this develops into something healthy or something toxic. Later on, there'll be a character as well introduced called CJ. That is generally the basic synopsis of the video. Let's get back to the video, man. I'm sure we've all had our hearts broken at one point in time. I ain't gonna lie to you. We've liked somebody a little bit more than we should have because we thought there is nobody else in the world for me. I must make it work with this one specific person, and we tried forcing it. We tried confessing our feelings. We tried telling them, you're the one for me, only to be left crying in a suit whilst there's a gun shootout.
There's something I need to tell you. For the first time ever, I feel like I could be in a relationship that could actually go somewhere. Aww. But there's this. I got into my dream school. I really like you, Mordecai, and what we have is special. But I may never get this opportunity again.
No, I can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in.
I'm sorry, but I can't be your girlfriend. Cease fire!
You kidding me? School is overrated! I didn't go to school, and look at me! Nobody talks that way about college education in my restaurant.
The most regular show thing ever, by the way. If we look at the parallels between Mordecai's relationships and we look at the parallels between him and Rigby's relationship with Eileen, you really get to see the key differences in a few elements. Rigby's approach to relationships, which is a lot better and healthier, is indifference. He does not go into the coffee shop where Eileen works because he wants to date Eileen. No, they just have this friendship where he doesn't even view her in a way initially where it's like, oh, this is gonna be a relationship thing. He builds the friendship, the rapport. Eileen always had a thing for him, but she was never really pushy. She always let things be what they were. And this is the key thing. She never tried to ask more of Rigby than what he already was. Rigby knew, hey, listen, man, I'm a fool. I'm just a little fool who makes pranks from time to time. I'm a simple guy. He was very, very self-aware of who he is.
The door!
Oh my gosh! I totally propped it open with some bags of ice!
Check it. You did it to me again, man!
Don't worry, I'll get us out of this.
And he was comfortable with that. And Eileen was also comfortable with that. And so it's no shock and surprise that they developed one of the most wholesome and best relationships in the entire regular show series. It probably is the best relationship in there. You know, there isn't really another one. I mean, Muscleman and Starla are a bit...
Thank you all for helping me. It was totally worth waiting to prove our love. You guys are true friends.
Thanks, Muscle Man. It was nothing.
Gross!
We probably shouldn't invite them to the movies anymore.
Good idea.
Toxic and psycho, but we'll leave that for a future video. Now, if we switch it over to Mordecai always tried to force things. He always went for the person who never wanted him the same way, in the same intensity. He always felt like he has to go out of his way to do certain things. Things must be perfect. it's almost like it was manufactured. You know, kind of like how we date in the modern day and you manufacture your whole Instagram page hoping, oh yeah, I'm gonna attract some women, I'm gonna attract some females. And then you attract gold diggers and you're like, why is this happening? I thought I was gonna meet the love of my life. Or worse yet, you go to the nightclubs thinking, oh yeah, my wife is in there waiting in a white dress. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Mordecai and his relationship with Margaret never really fruition into anything because it was a combination of wrong place, wrong timing, different goals, and just different things. So they always drifted apart. Where CJ comes in is she saw Mordecai at his lowest point.
All right, what's the deal? I can tell you're not into this.
What? No.
Dude, just be real with me.
You're right. My friend talked me into coming here. I've been depressed and just needed to get out of the house. Sorry, I'm sure you're a cool girl and all, but I'm not interested in dating anyone right now.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah, we can just try being friends.
This is right after he has just tried to confess that he wants to be with Margaret, and then Margaret just basically dumped him in that whole gun shootout, and he was miserable and depressed, and quite frankly didn't even want to date. He was in a place where it's like, hey, listen man, I don't even want to date. And to his credit, he was very honest with CJ. Where I kind of give CJ a bit of a fault was she kind of tried to fix Mordecai in a way. You can't fix somebody who's in that type of mind frame, type of mindset where it's like, oh, I don't want to date, oh, the world is all doom and gloom. They have to get themselves out of that mindset and then you can meet in a good place. But what she tried doing was she was like, you know what, we can start off being friends, which is cool. CJ was a very cool woman. CJ always tried to do the most for Mordecai. She gave him multiple chances. She tried to make things work multiple times, and she had genuinely very good intentions and she had a very healthy approach to relationships. She wasn't a very toxic woman. It kind of sounds like real life, doesn't it? Where the good girl or the good woman wants to turn the drug dealer or the scammer into a good man, into a husband, into an honorable man, only to be met with the same demise as CJ. She was the one left always looking like a fool time after time after time. And genuinely, you feel for the woman. You genuinely feel for the woman because you're like, damn, bro, she's there trying to make things work. She's there actively trying to help get out of this situation. And she was there for you in your lowest moment. You fumbled it. You fumbled it. You fumbled it. Bird brain. I've been there too, bro. Okay, so I cannot go too hard on Mordecai because I've been there too. But this is the point I'm trying to make. With Margaret as well, she was very manipulative in a lot of ways. What I mean by this is, how are you gonna come back? This is the thing that a lot of people in real life do as well. She saw Mordecai was in a happy relationship with his new girlfriend, and she decided to come back and spin his head by confessing her feelings.
I'm sorry for acting weird.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Dude, it won't be the last.
We had some good times together.
Yeah, we did.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. No!
Oh my gosh.
I didn't mean to do
really
that.
wasn't. I mean, Mordecai?
Any guy who didn't have a woman, didn't have a girlfriend, and then all of a sudden you get a girlfriend. Why is it women who never tried giving you the time of day, women who used to play hard to get, all of a sudden they come back into your life? Oh, hey, so I was here to have a thing for you. Come on now. This is exactly what happens. Margaret comes back into Mordecai's life right at the time where he's starting to move on and he's starting to actually get his whole life together, and it's like, you know what, CJ's a cool woman. And then the thing with Mordecai and with a lot of guys, unfortunately, or people in general, is sometimes you're very attached to one person at that point in time. You will drop whatever, all your feelings will come back for that person, and you will sabotage things that are good for you. And this is exactly where Mordecai and CJ's relationship took the bad turn and it cracked in the middle. Because as soon as Margaret comes back in, she confesses her feelings like a toxic woman would do or a toxic person would do. And then Mordecai, like the bird-brained fool he is, decides, oh, you know what? Now on Margaret again. And it's just this little games of cat and mouse of, oh, okay, cool, let me dump CJ, and then you dump CJ, and then it doesn't work out with Margaret. This is why Mordecai was left basically hopeless. Basically with nobody. He was left miserable and depressed. By the end of the series, he ended up with some random woman who didn't have any character building, anything like that. He just ended up with somebody random because he found a passion for art and then they bonded through that. And to be fair, that one was not forced. So hopefully that one was more of a long-term thing. But the lesson we can get from this is, one, be indifferent. Switching it back to Rigby. Rigby was always very indifferent when it comes to the Eileen situation. Although Eileen always had a slight thing for Rigby and she was always trying to, you know, give him a couple ways to slide in there. Rigby knew who he was. He was very self-aware. He knew his limitations. He knew, okay, hey, I am not no rich 6'2" giga child looking at motherfucker. I am not my brother, okay? I am just some guy who's basic, who likes this, he likes that. He never tried to change any of the things he liked. He was very self-aware in that department there. You know, he never tried to make out like he's perfect or whatever it is. And that's why the slow, gradual build-up, the slow burn, you know, it built up over time. It's like, that's what's going to last longer when it's like, it's not forced, it's not manufactured. It's very, you both understand each other. And Rigby, when he wanted to actually finally improve, it's when he realized, you know what, I must change to be a better man for Eileen. It's not because Eileen was like, hey Rigby, you need to change, you need to change, you need to change, you need to change, you're not the guy for me. No. Like, Eileen was like, look, I know who this is, I know what I got myself into. And then Rigby was like, man, I cannot keep being this bum ass Nick, even though he still stayed the bum ass dude. But hey, he still improved though. He improved in a lot of ways, so we've got to give him credit where credit is due. So what lessons can you take away from this? One, never force it. I spoke about this at large in previous videos. Never ever force it. In a lot of cases, yeah, if you feel as if you must go out of your way to try and act like you're somebody you're not, to try and do things that are not within your nature, to get with somebody, that person is not for you. If you feel as if you must be second guessing, like, damn, does she like me as well? Does he like me as well? They don't like you. It should never be a case where you're left in the dark and you don't know how the other person feels about you. That is the lessons we can take away from this. And also, when a good woman or a good person comes into your life, for the love of God, keep them. Okay, don't let your toxic ass well, yeah, great English. Toxic ass ex come back into your life. Oh, I've always wanted you. I've always liked you. Just to break up your whole thing. And then the craziest thing, like I said, for any of guys who have had a girl, let's say for example, you've got a girl now. All these girls start coming out of nowhere, and then you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll break up with my girl. As soon as you break up with that girl, you lose all of them. This is the funniest thing. As soon as you break up with your girl, or as soon as you're like, man, okay, cool, I'm gonna give him a chance. Boom, you're done. You cannot win. So once you've made a choice, like, look, okay, cool, I'm in a happy committed relationship. You've made your choice. Keep at that choice. Do not be trying to change for these bimbos and gringos and whatever, right? Don't be trying to do them things there, okay? So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was thinking of making a Smallville video next, because Smallville is actually my favorite, well, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So there's a couple of lessons in that one. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below, or any request you may have, such as what bro did for this video. Shout out to you, my bro. You know who you is. I'm gonna put your comment on the screen. Appreciate you for the recommendation. It was actually a very fun video to make. You know what to do. Leave it in the comments. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, actually, you don't say without further ado. It's meant to be. It's been a pleasure. My English is not great. Okay, whatever. Stroker. Whatever. I'll just see you when I see you. When I see you. When I see. Take the mic away from me. Just take it.